Good evening, friends. Today, I would like to talk to you about the results of seventh lord in seventh house for different lagnas while it is being aspected by benefic planets and while it is being aspected by or conjuncted by or opposed by malefic planets. I would like to tell you a little bit in detail about this position, seventh lord in seventh house for different lagnas. For starting, we will take Pisces lagna. For Pisces lagna, Mercury is the seventh lord in seventh house. When Mercury is placed in seventh house, that is means Virgo, its own house. It is a very beneficial placement, good placement. When any planets, when placed in its own house, it won't give any bad results. Normally it gives good results until and unless it is aspected or conjuncted by a malefic planet, that is 6th lord, 8th lord, 12th lord. So when Mercury is placed in 7th house, and if it is associated by aspect or by conjunction by 5th lord, 9th lord, 10th lord or 4th lord, all these planets are beneficial for any lagna. If it is aspected by these planets, lots of these houses, then it will give good results. But we have to see whether it is in any way associated with the 6th lord, that is Sun, 8th lord, that is Venus, 12th lord, that is Saturn. If it is in any way associated either by conjunction or by aspect, for example, Saturn is placed in the first house, so it will aspect the 7th house. It will aspect the planet in the 7th house, that is Mercury. If Saturn is in 5th house, then Saturn will aspect with 3rd aspect. If Saturn is 10th house, it will aspect Mercury by 10th aspect. Same way, if Sun is there, Sun is in 5th house, then Sun is in 4th house, then it will aspect 4, 5, 6, 7 Mercury. If it is in Lagna, it will aspect 7th house. So, we have to see these points. Same with Venus. If Venus is in 4th house, it will aspect Mercury in 7th. Venus in Lagna, even though exalted, it will be aspecting the 7th house. In such cases, when it is aspected by Sun, Venus or Saturn, it may, here please observe that I am saying it may give bad results. We have to see in depth for a detailed analysis. This is with regard to 7th lord in 7th house for Pisces lagna. Now I will tell you the position of 7th lord in 7th house for Aries lagna. For Aries lagna, the 7th lord is Venus. Venus is 2nd and 7th lord, and when it is placed in 7th house, it is its own sign, that is Libra, and normally it will give very good results. Very good results. If it is associated with benefic planets, then the positive results will increase. But if it is associated with malefic planets, especially Mercury, Mercury is very malefic for Aries, 3rd and 6th lord, lord of debt, disease and disputes. If it is either aspected or conjuncted by Mercury, it will give bad results. It can give bad results. So we should check in depth the position of Venus when it is in 7th house for Aries lagna. It's the planets which are aspecting it, the planets which are conjunct with it, etc. Jupiter is 12th lord for Aries, and even though it is 12th lord, it is also the 9th lord, Trikonadhipati for Aries lagna. So it is not that much malefic, and Regarding 8th lord, Mars is Lagna lord and 8th lord also. So here also it won't give not very bad result, but we have to see the star lord position, sub lord position, then we can come to a conclusion about 7th lord in 7th house for Aries Lagna. But here Venus should not be associated with Mercury. If it is associated, then we should carefully, very carefully check the position. Then we can get a clear picture in the Navamsa position, etc. Now we will go to the Gemini Lagna. 7th lord in 7th house for Gemini Lagna. For Gemini Lagna, Jupiter is the 7th lord. When it is placed in 7th house, it is a very good position. Own house, 10th and 7th lord, Kendradhvati in Kendra. Of course, Kendradhvatya dosham is there, but even then, it won't, because own house, it won't give bad results. But here it should not be associated with 8th main Saturn, the natural malefic, and here for Gemini Lagna, it is a malefic planet. And it should not be associated with Mars. Mars is 6th lord, 8th lord. And again for Gemini, Venus is 12th lord. It should not be associated with the 12th. But Venus is 5th lord also. But here also we have to see in depth the association of Jupiter when it is in 7th house, either with the Saturn, Venus or Mars. In number of cases I have seen here the Jupiter is afflicted by Saturn and giving adverse results in number of cases. Here also we have to get into an in-depth analysis to get a clear picture how the Jupiter in 7th house for Gemini Lagna will give the results. Now I will tell you about the results of 7th lord in 7th house for Cancer Lagna. Regarding Cancer Lagna, I have seen in number of cases problem related to married life, because Saturn is the 7th lord. Saturn is a karmic planet and natural malefic. If it is in any way associated with 8th, 6th or 12th, then it is giving malefic results. So for Cancer Lagna, a very, very in-depth analysis or minute analysis with D9, etc., star lord position, sub lord position of 7th lord is very, very important to get a clear picture, and doing suitable remedies with regard to the afflictions is very, very, very important. If Saturn is placed in 7th house, but conjoined with Mercury or aspected to Mercury, then it will give bad results, because Mercury is 12th lord and 3rd lord, malefic. Jupiter is okay, even though Jupiter is 6th lord, it is 9th lord also. Then we have to check the star lord position, sub lord position, then we will get the clear picture. But Saturn himself is 8th lord also, but because 7th lord in own house, it is not a bad sign. But here also we have to see in depth star lord position, sub lord position, position of Saturn in Navamsa chart. Then we will get a clear picture. Now 7th lord in 7th house for Leo, Simha Lagna. Here also Saturn, again natural malefic. And as I said, Saturn is a karmic planet. And for Leo, we have to see again in depth. The Saturn should not be associated with the moon. Moon is 12th lord, and if Saturn is in any way associated with the moon, then definitely it will give bad results and there will be problems in married life. It is a normal pattern, and it varies when we get into an in-depth analysis. And again for Leo, 8th lord is Jupiter, and Jupiter is 5th lord also. So here also we have to check the star lord position, sub lord position, position of Jupiter and Saturn in D9. Then we will get the clear picture. Now I will tell you about the results of 7th lord in 7th house for Virgo ascendant. For Virgo ascendant, 7th lord is Jupiter, Jupiter in Pisces is a very good placement, and if it is not associated with any malefics, it will give very good results. And if it is associated with benefics, then the strength of results will increase. Here we have to see whether the Jupiter is associated in any way with Saturn, Mars or Sun. If it is associated with Saturn, Mars or Sun, a very in-depth analysis is very important. Normally it gives bad results. Saturn being 6th lord, it will give death, disease and dispute. Mars 8th lord, 8th lord is also misfortune, accidents and death also. 12th lord, as you know, a foreign journey, hospitalization, suffering. So here also we have to see in depth the star lord position, sub lord position, placement of these planets in D9 and how Jupiter is placed with which planets, aspect which planet D9. Then we will get a clear, very clear picture.